the Reece James criticism of midfield because people are so.
There's no the criticism is just stupid because we need to realize, guys, the reason why he's playing there. Like, I don't understand the logic for me of why he's playing there. It's always been sound. We know why he plays there. It's a body issue. It's not about whether or not he can, if he's good at the position or not. It's more so to do with his body. We need this guy's body to be, you know, surviving.
Hey, listen, it's an issue with not just one body, but two, if you know what I mean.
I agree. And like the sooner people, and the thing is, for me,
Mr. Romeo Lavia.
You know what I mean? Like,
true.
Also, you know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? And the sooner people realize that now, bro, the better. Like, generally, the sooner people realize that, generally, it's the better. You know, it's like RSM right now. RSM's got like some, he's got an Assassin's Creed. What's it called? Yeah, a picture right now, right? Shout out to Assassin's Creed. That's my series. That's one of my favorite games. Yeah, but like, you know, RSM, man, you know, he ain't got the skills to pay the bills, innit? So
what is it in reference to legitimately what?
Nothing. Just in general. Just in general. I'm such a troll. No, but seriously though, like, I think from a Chelsea perspective, what you want to do is the following: make sure, you know, these guys now that have got a bit more of the juice play again on Sunday and are actually like your stars, right? And that is your, obviously Madueke, maybe Tariq George starting. Stanley Jack Palmer's gonna play.
A Tyreek, Madueke, Jackson Palmer, energized Enzo Caicedo. That might get us across the line. That's
is something I look at. Yeah,
that's the team.
That's what I'm saying. That's a front foot I look at. And I'm thinking that can work.
Are you talking about against Ipswich or in general?
Ipswich. That's the next game.
Oh, against Ipswich. Yeah. No, I will.
I think against Ipswich you can get away with that.
People who are getting onto Reece are not getting onto Reece. They're getting onto Maresca about playing Reece in midfield. If this was Tuchel doing this, you guys wouldn't have a problem, bro. Tuchel played Ruben Loftus-Cheek at wing back, Pulisic at wing back, Cho at wing back, Ziyech at wing back. No one complained. People praised when Tuchel did it, even though the only reason Tuchel was doing that was because we didn't have wing back depth. We don't really have the.
I remember seeing Mountain DM, bro.
We don't have the midfield depth now, so that's
why.
He
played centre back one time.
That's why, yeah, he did that in the Carabao Cup game. But that's why we have to play Reece in midfield at times, because we don't have the midfield depth. I don't know why people are complaining when Reece has been fit for like, what, 17, 18 games on the bounce now?
Yeah.
Reece hasn't got an injury this calendar year, bro. Like, why are we
And that's on the management of the minutes.
Yeah, why are we taking that like that's likely? And that's a good thing of Maresca, because when you look at Leicester last season, Ricardo Pereira, who we know as an injury-prone player, he stayed fit, I think, basically the whole season last year. And he was doing this inverted role, playing in midfield at Leicester. So if doing this for a season or maybe two, doing this midfield thing is going to help Reece and he will stay fit consistently for us, people just stop complaining, please. Because if he's doing this up and down bombing fullback thing, he could break down again, even though he's had the surgery. And then people would cry about Maresca that's destroyed Reece. So,
but forgetting the fitness stuff as well, he's playing well.
Yeah. He's been putting in a shift in the midfield.
Brilliant shift. Even against Mbuemo for Brentford, like, that was a brilliant battle between the two, but Reece got the better.
And people, oh my God. And this is like, because I've been watching, like, you know, like actual commentators and so on and so forth. They were literally saying, like, why is he putting him in left back? He got cooked by Mbuemo. I was like, what game did you watch where Mbuemo was constantly a threat outside of maybe two chances? Outside of those two chances, bro, Reece locked up Mbuemo at left back. What are we talking about?
Mbuemo's one of the top goal scorers in this league.
He is.
Like, Reece more or less pocketed.
Nah, Reece was good, bro. Reece was good,
but kept him quiet. Like, I don't get.
It's just that the fact that people have a serious adversity.
People love to highlight the negative.
Not only that. Not only that. It's people hate Maresca one, and people hate the idea of inverting. And so when they see Reece in the midfield, they automatically assume he had a bad game and that he didn't do well. But that was not the case. But because of their agenda, they can't see past that.
Bro,
Reece did a good job, bro.
Think about how quiet they were today, Legia Warsaw. There's a reason for that. because they weren't running us rampant through the midfield. Reece was there to control the game. Like, he's good. Here's the thing. I understand that Reece's best position is probably at right back. Like, that is probably right wing back even.
I would argue.
Before you go, Arsene, real quick. I'm just trying to make a point here, right? I would say that that's probably his best position in his career, where his most output, his most electric. He was one of the best in the world at it, right? But because of the way his injuries have played out, we all understand that putting him in that position and asking him to have these explosive runs and bomb forward and track back and all that stuff, it might be too much for his hamstrings. I rather have that quality of player on the pitch than not. Than risk him playing him at right wing back and risk him getting injured than just not having him in there at all. You know what I mean? Like, if I play him at right wing back and he gets hurt, then I don't have Reece for the rest of the season. Whereas I can have Reece, I just can't play him at right wing back. Maybe he doesn't give me the same things he gave me at right wing back, but he at least is on the pitch and he's a good player that he can do a shift and be effective in the game. I'd rather that.
Not just that, Reece. Actually, no. RSM was supposed to speak. Sorry.
No, the only thing I was gonna say is that I agree that I think Reece James' best position at one point in time was right back, but he is no longer the player who can bomb forward and bomb back all game. He just physically can't do that. There are times in games when you see him do that, but full 90-minute shifts of running back and forth, he can't do it anymore. And if we have to sacrifice that to have his quality on the ball and still have his defensive qualities by having him invert, then I'm fine with that, because you see the difference that Reece makes when he's on the field. You see that. Like, we lose. What was it? I think we lose. What game did he get a free kick at the end of the game? We lose that if he's not there.
Oh, that was Bournemouth, I think.
Bournemouth.
Yeah.
Bro.
Bournemouth
We
2-2.
lose that match if he's not there. Yeah, we lose that if he's not there. And this is my whole point. It's like, if we have to play Reece in the midfield to have some of his qualities, because when he's injured we literally have none, then it's unfortunately, with the career path that he's taking because of injuries, this is where we've landed at. And it just is what it is. But people are blaming Maresca for it. People are doing this. Like, I think a big part, and I'm sure of what they said to Maresca when he came in is, what are you going to do and how are you going to utilize Reece to be able to keep him on the pitch for as long as possible during the season?
Mm-hmm.
Like,
go ahead.
we're
Brian.
not the Conference League. This is the thing we should be winning. Cool. We're not gonna have. I mean, we shouldn't have an opportunity like this again, where we have a competition where we can do as much experimentation or rotation as we like and still win. So the fact of we're trying Reece in midfield and it's working, that means next year, if we're in the being in the Champions League, and say Enzo has an injury or Caicedo has an injury or whatever, it doesn't mean we're just scrambling to put Reece in midfield without actually seeing it. Because the last time Reece played in midfield, barring this season, was when he was at Wigan in the Championship, which is like 4 years ago now.
Mm-hmm. No, not even. Under Tuchel, there was one game where he played in midfield.
Okay, yeah. Sorry, yeah. I've been consistently, but yeah, under Tuchel.
Yeah.
So like,
no, I know what you mean. Yeah, consistently.
Reece is a world class. Reece is not just a world class rider. He's a world class
player,
footballer.
Yeah.
Meaning, he can play left back and still ball out, or play right back, or play in the right of a back three, or play at wing back, or play in midfield and still ball out. He's a world class footballer. You don't have many of these in the world anymore who can do this to a high level. So yes, I would rather Reece play at right back and be there. But if there's injuries or there's certain situations where he has to, like if we play Barcelona next year in the Champions League, as great as Cucurella is, bro, I'd play Reece at left back because I'd want to stop Yamal. I'm just saying. Like, we have a weapon like Reece and we shouldn't try and use him in different positions to see if he can actually do it. Like, people are crazy.
And the thing is to add on to that, because you had mentioned, this is a good point. It's also not like we're never going to see him play right back either, right? It's just one of those things that Maresca said tongue in cheek. He imagines him in that position, like he's seen him play. And one of the things that Maresca likes a lot about players is their multi-versatility. I think he also likes the fact that Reece is he's a versatile player, and he can play a center midfield and do a job. And he likes that about Reece, and he has seen games where he can probably see Reece playing that position. Just like there are probably going to be games where when Lavia's fit, when Enzo's fit, Caicedo, so on and so forth, I could see him playing in that right back position and inverting, or maybe not even inverting, because Maresca's also not close to the idea of overlapping. He just doesn't use it all the time. He doesn't like it, but when the game calls for it, he mentioned Crystal Palace, he will have an overlapping fullback. But it's just, again, I go back to, I rather just have Reece James fit and playing and on the pitch, even if it's out of position, just to take care of him, than not have him at all. Because let's also not stop pretending that players over the course of their careers don't adapt their positions. Like, not every player stays in their position that they started at for the rest of their career. If this has happened back when Ronaldo was up and coming, some of you guys would probably be criticizing Alex Ferguson for taking Ronaldo from being a center mid to a winger. Oh, Ronaldo's best position was center mid. And you'd probably be criticizing, who was it, Mourinho, or was it
Zidane, really.
Zidane. Who converted him into a striker?
Zidane.
You'd probably be criticizing Zidane for converting Ronaldo from a right winger where he made his bread and butter to a striker. Like, let's stop pretending that players over the course of their career don't change their positions to better adapt for their either the style of play, for the league they're in, or for just their age or their injuries to stay fit. Like, come on now.
It's like, it's weird. Like,
and one more thing I will mention.
What you were saying about, sorry.
One more thing I will mention. Sorry, Prime. Is one thing I like about Reece being in center mid, not that he can't do it from fullback position, but one thing I do like is that DM position from time to time we've seen Caicedo do it. We'll have an opportunity to take a shot from outside the box. Bro, Reece James, when it comes to taking shots outside the box, even today, ended up creating a goal out of it for Tariq George. He is that guy. He's got a rocket that I wish we could take advantage of more often than not, because he's just that good of a player. And I think from center mid, you get more opportunities to shoot outside the box than almost any other opportunity or any other position.
What was annoying, it's annoying Reece wasn't fit in the start of the season, because the positions that Gusto was playing in as that false 10, if that was, the amount of shooting opportunities Gusto had, if that was Reece, bro. Again, people just love to complain. I could see times next season, again, assuming all Lavia's fit, I can see times next season where it's Lavia, Enzo in midfield, Caicedo plays right back and inverts, and you have Reece at left back. We have people complain, but if we had Pep as our manager, Pep would be doing even worse bullshit. Pep would. You think Pep wouldn't try and play Reece in midfield, or Gusto at right wing or something? Pep would be doing worse bullshit.
Pep is notorious for playing players out of position. Yeah,
but people would accept it because it's Pep, but I don't know. People just love to complain, and people will say, "Well, Poch did it, and you complain." But I said last season that I don't even mind playing players out of position per se, but use the right attributes for said players. Chilwell at left wing doesn't work because he doesn't have legs. The Sassy at right back doesn't work because he doesn't have legs. But you know what would work? Reece at times playing in midfield. If you need
the Sassy got adopted, by the way.
I don't want Reece. I don't want Reece to be our starting main player in midfield at all. But
and he isn't.
What is there, and we need. Yeah, that's my point. He isn't. Yeah. If we need him, and we shouldn't need him next season because the midfield situation should be fixed in a real world. But if we need him, then fine.
Yeah, I think also Prime. It's realistically one of those situations where I think as the idea of play evolves and the system evolves, we're going to see games where it's not just one Cucurella inverting all game, right? It might be Cucurella inverts this certain section of the game, and then Reece takes up at that position, and Cucurella just plays as a, you know, as in the back three.
That
Like,
changes up the
those things
tactic
where-
a lot too.
That's what I'm saying. They're more versatile with that, and so Cucurella obviously already knows how to do that to a very high level. He's now trying to get Reece to understand that